You are listening to the Maple Footy Podcast, the unofficial football podcast of the North. I'm your host, Sam Little. Find me on socials at SamLittle44 and the podcast at Maple Footy Pod. And now there's nothing left to say except for sit back, enjoy, and welcome to the show.
Hello, yes, and welcome back to the Maple Footy Podcast. And we have a first here on the podcast. We are interviewing our first ever futsal player. She comes with quite the resume to her name. Not only is she the captain of the Canadian women's futsal team, she led Canada to our first ever women's futsal World Cup, and she led the side to the first ever CONCACAF Futsal Championship, where she proved vital in the run, winning the Golden Glove Award. She was also named the Canadian Futsal Player of the Year. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome Léa Palacio-Tellier. So, Léa, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, of course. And so, just starting off at the beginning, like I do with a lot of these interviews, where did your love of soccer and then, more importantly, futsal kind of come from?
I started playing soccer when I was 4.
Mhm.
My two older brothers and my sister were playing as well. And I started playing futsal when I was 16 with some of my teammates of soccer. They made a
Yeah.
team and I joined them. And I think since then, I kind of like playing futsal.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then, yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the transition of transitioning from the world of soccer to the world of futsal? Like, what was that like, kind of acclimatizing to a new environment, new kind of play style, really?
Yeah, the adaptation was kind of good, but it was difficult at first. As a goalkeeper, it's really not the same style of play.
Hmm.
Futsal, it's really more like reflexes and stuff, which soccer, you might have more time to like see the ball and make the save.
Yeah.
So at first I was playing kind of like soccer style, but in futsal. And then I really got into futsal, watching some clips, having a personal training with a goalkeeper coach. And since then I was like, okay, yeah, that's the real stuff.
That's awesome. And do you find it kind of difficult to transition? Because you still play soccer here and there, right? So do you find
Yeah.
it kind of difficult to kind of transition now back from, say, futsal mode to like soccer mode?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I have to have like a switch in my head and be like, okay, now I have to switch on the futsal mode and then I have to switch on the soccer.
Yeah.
There's like some similarities, so that's kind of good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really have to like adjust at what I'm doing because it's really not the same.
That's awesome. And can you kind of tell us a little bit about your journey with futsal? Because you kind of mentioned, of course, about having to train with coaches and everything. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that transition? Because futsal is, of course, a little bit more niche than soccer, I would say, especially here in Canada. So can you kind of tell us about maybe some of the different challenges to navigate through whilst trying to chase futsal?
Well, when Coach Alex Darocha called me to let me know that he was head of the coach and like
Mm.
he wanted to like having me for the training and stuff, I immediately got in contact with a futsal coach that I know, and he was a goalkeeper. He used to play in Brazil, and I texted him. I was like, "Can you help me being a real futsal goalie?"
Yeah.
Because I had not really a good idea of what it meant being a real futsal goalie.
Yeah.
So every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. till 11 a.m., I had a futsal training, just goalie. He really helped me to uh, elevate my
Yeah.
playing stuff, and he really helped me with everything. And like, thank God he was there for me because I'm not sure I will have made the team without him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was quite a journey. The hard work, even at the camp with Soccer Canada, it was quite a journey. But through the end, I think I just had fun. I love playing futsal
Yeah.
and being able to like from the bottom and went to the CONCACAF and then went to the World Cup. I just think it meant like something.
Yeah, no, that's like a really cool journey too, especially kind of, I guess, a little bit unexpected way you started playing soccer and then all of a sudden you're going through the futsal ranks and everything. So it's kind of cool how it all like worked out, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. And then you of course played in university as well. What did you learn there that you still carry today with you?
In university, I think it really more like how the team really needs to be like a big unity
Hmm.
to be able to go through a season because the season is short. It's really like short season and like really hard work. Like every day you're with the same players,
Yeah.
so you really need to like. Of course, there's like a bit of ups and downs, but I think like just being a big like being united with everyone and like feeling comfortable with everyone, and like if you have a problem, just go and speak to the person to be like sure like it's fine and like we can go through it.
Yeah.
And I think it really helped me to like mature my level of play, being playing with like older
Yeah.
player and youngest one. So it really helped me to like make a kind of balance with both of them.
That's awesome. So it's kind of about balancing yourself and also the team in a
Yeah.
sense, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's awesome. And then of course, kind of always a curious question I get when I'm kind of interviewing people that were also student athletes. How was it having to balance being a student, pursuing like the educational side, as well as being a student athlete? Because I can imagine that's a pretty full plate.
Yeah. I was really trying to like balance it well.
Mhm.
Sometimes when we had to travel because we had game like outside of Montreal while
Yeah.
we were doing like our homework in the bus, like everyone with their computer studying, doing their homework. Even at night when you can home after practice, you need to like study because you have an exam the next day or the next day you're working, so you won't have time to study and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I think this really helped me to create like a routine in my life, and it really helped me to have like a structured uh like life and like
Yeah.
knowing what I have to do every day. And I think this really helped me from where I'm now, and I think it can help everyone having like kind of a structure environment.
Yeah, that's awesome. That a lot of people will say about having the structure environment and everything and how like
Yeah.
the routine really helps you kind of just keep going and keep pursuing it and keep
Yeah,
pushing
it
along,
helps
right?
you to like how to like dealing with your time. Like, oh,
Yeah,
you have a bit of time up here. Okay, what do I do? Like, so yeah, it really helped me with that.
that's awesome. And then also, can you speak a bit of the importance of getting your higher education as well as pursuing this dream that you had?
Well, of course, because you never know if you will have the chance to go pro or whatever, and you
Yeah,
don't want to like putting all your eggs in one basket and hoping for that, and then it won't happen, and then you're like stuck here with like
yeah,
no diploma and you don't really know what to do.
yeah, yeah,
And so for me, it was really important to do both. And I was like, oh, if I have the chance to go pro, I will go. And I still have my diploma if like I retire and I want to work after that and whatever. So for me, it was always important. School was always important
mhm,
and always has managed with the sports because I love playing soccer and
yeah,
futsal.
yeah,
So yeah, for me, it was really important. And that's why I like to have like both of them. So I kind of have the opportunity to choose like if I can go I will go pro, but at the same time if I want a job I have a diploma and I can work in that and like I'm not like stuck in between with
yeah.
nothing to do.
That's awesome. And then, of course, speaking a little bit more about your position here, I feel like in most sports, people want to be the one getting the goals, getting the assists, getting all the like, all the stereotypical headline kind of grabbing positions. What made you want to be a goalkeeper?
I actually started as a player.
Yeah.
I was like a second goalie of my team.
Hmm.
And at some point, the first goalie was like, I don't want to be a goalie anymore. I want to be a player. And my coach was like, okay, Leah, just go in nets. And I was like, okay. And then I just stayed there for as of now. And I think it's a position that really defined me.
Hmm.
I like to help my team win. So I don't really care about the stats or scoring goals or whatever. For me, it was more like a teamwork. And if I can help how whatever I can, well,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
And actually, I kind of like being a goalie. It's
Yeah.
actually fun, like
Yeah.
having to like fly on the ground and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like that.
That's awesome. And then, of course, goalkeeper may be one of the hardest position in any sport that has one, really. Always under the microscope as well. Can you talk a little bit about the mental strength that you need when you are standing between the sticks?
It's actually well for me. It's more like a game against myself
Yeah.
that I always want to like improve, and I always want to like uh be sharp in the key moments and stuff. And like you really need to be focused like the full time.
Yeah.
And it's more it's more a game of like myself against myself, and like I just want to like be always sharp for my team and like it's hard. Getting scored on is hard.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more like okay, you scored once. Okay, the next time I'll stop your shot. And like it's
Mhm.
more like a game for me like that, where like I'm like, okay, you scored once. Well, I'm gonna make like, I don't know, 5 saves,
Yeah.
like just to improve that. Like, okay, you scored once, but you won't score it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And then, of course, a couple fun ones for you here that I always like to do. Who's a goalkeeper that you really looked up to while you were kind of growing up and kind of acclimatizing to the role?
Uh, I had like three.
Yeah.
I love watching Gianluigi Buffon,
Naturally.
Manuel Neuer,
Yeah.
and Iker Casillas.
Awesome. Those are like the three, like those are the three best ones, I think, at least of like this like modern generation. Buffon was
Yeah.
he was unreal, and
Oh,
Neuer's still going.
he was incredible. Actually, like one of my favorite
I
goalkeeper.
I know I loved Buffon. He was the best.
Yeah.
And then do you have any like pre-match rituals, pre-match superstition, or anything that you kind of do to kind of like get yourself in the mindset for the game? Maybe a song that you like to go to, or just a routine like you put your left cleat on before your right, or something like that.
I always have like my playlist. That's actually my playlist that I listen to when I go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I always have my headphones on. I always put, yeah, my left cleats before my right one,
Yeah.
and my left gloves before my right one.
Yeah. That's really funny. Is there a reason you do that, or just like you just always did it and now it's just like now you can't not, you know?
I just always did it, and
Yeah.
I think from now it's more like just a habit of like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, it's the left one before the right. I don't know why started to do that, but it
You
just
just
stick now.
did. Fair. Who is one of the hardest opponents that you've had to face during your career?
Soccer or futsal?
But we can do both.
Both.
We can do both.
Okay. Um. Well, futsal. I think I'll say the Spain team at the World
Y-
Cup. Of
Yeah.
course, watching them was incredible.
Yeah.
Uh, they were on another level for sure.
Yeah.
And a soccer player, there was a lot because there
Yeah.
was actually a lot of good players in Quebec.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, one name it's kind of hard to say.
Okay.
But um, one of the player that I played with her in university, but like when we play like some games and she was against me, it was
Yeah.
really hard. It was Marie-Yasmine Alidou.
Yeah.
She's now playing with the soccer Canada team,
Oh, good
and
for her.
she's a really good player.
Yeah. That's awesome. And yeah, not too surprising you say Spain. Spain always seems to they kind of seem to know what they're doing when it comes to futsal and soccer, I think.
Yeah, they were impressive. Like watching them was really impressive.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I
like
know.
it's their full-time job, so I get it. Like
Yeah,
we were doing like our 9 to 5, and then we went to practice.
yeah,
Their
yeah,
9 to 5 is going to practice, so
yeah,
it's really
yeah.
different. But watching them, we're like, okay, yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Yeah, they just know they move the ball so quickly and just
Uh,
the skill that they have, the technical ability is it's
yeah, and
mind-blowing
just like their
sometimes.
movement on their field, like you see one player, she's on the right, and like 2 seconds later, she's like in the bag,
Yeah.
and then she's on the left. You're like, okay, but you were
Yeah.
there like 30 seconds ago. Like
Yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah.
that's awesome. And then of course, if you weren't playing goalkeeper, what's a position that you'd like to play right now?
I think I'll say center back.
Center back?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
defensive minded still. I rate it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I love
But
it.
kind of striker too. I love to be a striker,
Yeah.
but I think, yeah, I'm better being defensively than offensively.
Fair, fair. And now back into some more of the serious ones, of course. You were, of course, the captain for Team Canada. Can you talk to us a little bit about how that conversation went of them telling you you're going to be captaining us going into these tournaments?
Actually, they told me I was gonna be captain in a friendly game in Guatemala
Oh yeah.
before the game. Like he was giving like the captain like to some players like every game. And at this game, he was like, "Oh, for today, our captain's gonna be Léa." So I was like, "Oh, okay." Like
Mhm.
he's gonna switch, whatever. And then it just kind of stick. And like first game was like, "Oh, yeah, you're gonna be our captain," and stuff. I was like, "Okay." Um, I was surprised and not surprised at the same time because I've known Coach Alex for a really long time. I have a
Yeah.
really good relationship with him, and Coach Kid for the same. I have a good kind of like relationship with him. I can talk to both of them. I was able to talk to the player as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm like it's easy to come talk to me if there's like a problem and I can like relay the message. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
So I was surprised at first and I was really honored to be the first one.
Yeah.
Um, of course, I was not expected to be the captain. I was more expecting to be maybe kind of like in the group leader or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But being the main one was a surprise.
No, that's awesome. Can you also talk, because it's such a cool thing to get to. Can you talk a little bit about the pride of getting to captain your country going into these big tournaments and getting to kind of have that kind of badge of honor and also being the leader of this team going into these tournaments?
Yeah, well, it was kind of like a really good surprise to be, and like as I said, I was honored, and I felt like a bit of like kind of like pressure, but in
Yeah.
a good way because I was like, okay, so I'm like the captain. I cannot let my team down. I
Yes.
have to be the one who steps up if I want to like everyone to step up. Because like if you see your captain like being down or whatever, like the team won't really have like the energy or motivation to like keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, even though like we get beat, I need to like stand up and like I need to like keep my head up and like motivate the girl to be like, okay, it's not over. Like we still can do it. And like, so yeah, I felt the pressure kind of there, but like a good one that like, okay, I need to step up. And
Mm.
like, if the players see me like really step up, maybe that's gonna motivate them to be like, okay, we can have this one, we can go win this one, we can go like, I don't know, just being more aggressive or whatever on the field.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of helped me because I have that kind of energy.
Yeah.
And I think just the team as well, we were really like united and nobody wanted to let the other one down. So
Yeah.
we were just like sticking together and being like, okay, we need to prove to everyone that like Canada can play futsal. Canada can be in the World Cup. Canada can be on the map of like the futsal and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it was a lot about making sure there's team unity, I guess, and then almost getting to prove like team unity and then proving the that you guys belonged here and that you guys were here to play and show off the best of Canada.
Yeah, of course. And
Yeah.
like we won in the CONCACAF like when nobody expected us
Yeah.
to win. And we just like after that victory in the final, we're like, okay, we proved our point that Canada can play futsal
Mhm.
and Canada can belongs with like the best team in the world. Of course, it's another game when you went to the World Cup, but
Yeah. Yeah.
like we can show that like okay, like girls can do it too,
Yeah.
especially in Canada, where futsal is maybe a sport that been here for like 12 years kind of ish.
Yeah.
So proving that like okay, in 12 years we can elevate our level and being part of like the best one in the world.
Yeah.
Like that was something that we wanted to prove that like okay, we can put Canada on the map in the futsal area and like we can prove that we can go and play against the best team.
That's awesome. And then what were some things that you kind of got to take away from that World Cup experience as a whole? Whether, maybe some things to learn, some just, some amazing experiences that you had. I'm just so curious as to like what you kind of left that tournament with.
Uh, of course, it was a crazy experience.
Yeah.
I learned a lot watching like the other team,
Yeah.
especially for example the Brazilian team, like
Yeah.
the girl,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just watching them and like how they play futsal and how we do it, it's two different worlds. And I think if like we continue to learn from those type of teams and like bring their futsal into our mode of stuff, we can maybe like elevate our level and just the experience overall, like being there, having my family there, having my friends there,
Yeah.
um, just being in like a professional environment, like everything is taken care of for you. If you have something, there's always someone for you there.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's just crazy. Just the field that we were playing on,
Yeah.
how they how the rules work over there, that it's not the same here.
Oh no.
Well, for example, like the 4 seconds, like
Mhm.
in the World Cup, they were waiting for you to like touch the ball or having the ball in your position before starting to count, and they counted slow. Here
Okay.
in Quebec, they can start whenever they want. Even if you don't have the ball, they're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, done.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, so like having like referees that applies like the real rules, and like not the real one, but like they do
Yeah.
it like correctly and stuff.
Properly,
Like,
kind of.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so having just like all environment, it was really something, and I really hope maybe in 4 years I might go as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't know where the future holds, but
No worries. No worries. No worries. And then I want to talk a little bit, of course, about that CONCACAF championship win that you kind of alluded to a little bit ago. Um, just you had an insane tournament, a great tournament. What does winning some of those individual accolades mean to you, like winning the Golden Glove at the CONCACAF championship, and then, of course, the Canadian Futsal Player of the Year?
At the CONCACAF, I was not expected to won the Golden Glove, because
Yeah.
for me there was like awesome goalkeepers over there. Um, but it was really like an honor, and I think at the CONCACAF, like I said before, I really wanted to be there for my team and
Yeah.
being like sharp in the key moment. And I worked like very hard before going to the CONCACAF to have practice, and like really being ready to be there. Even at the training camps, I was like really giving myself like my 100%. And I just wanted to have like a good tournament overall. And I think we just wanted to prove that like we deserve to be there.
Yeah.
And yeah, and for me, just being nominated the futsal athletes of the year, for me it was more like a team prize than
Yeah.
just myself, because I
Yeah.
think we did a really good job, the whole team together.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm really honored to be the one who's been
Yeah.
nominated,
Yeah.
but for me, it was really more like a team prize. Like if I could have, like I would have nominated like every just the whole team overall, because we really work hard, and like we worked for the girl next to us every
Yeah.
time. We were fighting for the one next to us. So I think for me it's more a team prize, but like I'm really honored that they gave it to me, and like
Yeah.
I feel I feel honored. Yeah.
Yeah. Proper captain right there, making sure the whole team is mentioned there. I rate it. I rate it. And of
But
course,
for me,
do
it's really more
the
like a teamwork. So
yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. And I love it. Do those moments also fuel you guys, like winning the championship, to know, okay, we proved we can be here. Not only do we prove we can be here, we won the whole thing. Does it just fuel like you and the team even more to just keep on going and keep on bettering yourselves, and just kind of keep you fueled going into the next batch of tournaments and games and all that?
yeah, I think it was a really like good motivation for us.
Yeah.
We proved the point or points when when we won the CONCACAF,
Yeah.
and then we're like, okay, we're like in the big leagues now. We're gonna go against like the best team in the world,
Yeah.
and we just really wanted to prove that like we can play, and that we didn't want to like lose our faces like in front of like the whole world. We wanted to prove
Yeah.
that like, okay, we're there for a reason. We deserve to be there, and we really want to give like a good competition, and like being a good opponent to like our team that we play against.
Yeah.
And I think we did a good job against Colombia and Thailand. I think Thailand said that it might have been one of the hardest game they've played, because like they were
Yeah.
not expecting us to play that good and be like this aggressive and stuff. So it was a really good motivation, and we wanted to prove that like, okay, we deserve to go and play against the best in the world. And I think we represent Canada well being there.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you
And
did.
so we just really wanted to like being like, okay, we represent Canada. We want to make the Canadian proud of us, watching like them watching us. We want them to be proud and be like, okay, they really can compete
Mhm.
against the best in the world. Um, but of course, there's still work to do in like this environment, and like in the training camps and stuff, having like more practice. And but I think overall, with what we had, we did an amazing job.
100%. And then, of course, talking about your crowning moment with the women's team, winning the CONCACAF Championship. Can you kind of take us through those celebrations, those emotions for you and the team and the coaching staff? Just what was that kind of, I guess, night like of just, you set out to win it and then you won the whole thing, and I'm sure it's got to be amazing. So, what was that kind of like getting to come off that?
It was an amazing feeling.
Mm,
Just winning the CONCACAF was like incredible. After we won in the semifinal, we're like, okay, guys, we're in the final. We
yeah,
cannot lose now. Like
yeah,
we need to win. We have to win.
yeah.
We cannot lose in this game. And I think just winning against Mexico, it was a really hard game for
Mhm.
sure. And winning in PKs, it was crazy. And after that semifinal, I think like we really have a motivation to be like, okay, we can win everything now,
Mm.
and we need to prove it on the field. And just seeing like how everyone was like so joyful after the final when we won, the coaching crying because we just wrote history,
Yeah,
and it was just an amazing feeling to be part of the first futsal team in Canada, female, to do that,
yeah,
and and just seeing like the family of the players like in the stand being so happy for us, crying
yeah,
because we just won. And it was just an amazing feeling, honestly. And I
yeah.
still sometimes like relieve it. I'm like, yeah, we did
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. That's awesome. No, that's awesome. And then, of course, can you kind of talk to us about the lead up to the winning that whole tournament, like the hard work that goes into a tournament like that, and of course everything paid off and whatnot. But can you just kind of talk about those moments that maybe people don't see, all the hours of training, all the, team practices, all the team moments and everything. Can you kind of just tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so just like the coaches wanted us to really be ready to go there. So every week we had a challenge on the Nike Run
Yeah.
app where sometimes we needed to go and run a 25 K during for like a week, or we had like to run a 51. But that was like kind of like every week. We had like a week to like
Yeah.
run it, but at the same time, like all the girls in the team, we have full-time jobs or we're at school.
Yeah.
We're still playing soccer. So managing like school or work and then having to go home and then having to go, okay, I need to go run like a 10K tonight because tomorrow I cannot go run. So I need to like
Yeah.
figure out a way to manage everything together.
Yeah.
And we still have like our practice that we did here. The girl from Montreal, we were like getting ourselves together and once or twice a week having a practice all together. The girls from Saskatoon did the same,
Yeah.
and managing like everything together. It was kind of hard, but I think it's something that like at the end paid off for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, it was really like hard work and a sacrifice. Hours of sleep, maybe sleeping at 5 hours because I have to go work the next day or
Yeah.
having to go to school and then redo it the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
But I think it's a sacrifice that every girls were ready to do just
Yeah.
to get there. And we really wanted to put all their chance together to make a great like experience and like make a great tournament out of it.
Yeah.
And I think all those small sacrifices that not everyone sees because like you think, oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's really not.
Yeah. 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 And that's why I wanted you to kind of discuss that because like, like we as fans watching go, oh yeah, awesome. They won, but we don't see the literal hours and weeks, years, months of preparation that goes into it. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
why,
and all like
yeah.
the physical tests that we did at the camps.
Mm,
And yeah, it's just some small sacrifices that not everyone sees because like you're like, oh yeah, but you're running on the field. It's okay. It's easy to go run like
yeah.
outside when you're not on the field, but like it is, but finding the time to go and do it,
Yeah.
that's the hardest part when you work a full-time job or like you're still playing or you go to school because you don't really have that much of a time and you have to
Yeah.
create that kind of like time for you and like being okay, I have a 30 minutes there, okay, I can go run like a 7K. And so
Yeah.
that's kind of like small sacrifices, maybe miss family dinner, miss birthday and
Yeah.
stuff just because like, oh, have a training camp, oh, I have to go train, or so it's kind of like those small sacrifices, but at the end, it's something that paid off. And I think now um, it was kind of worth missing sometimes some of those events
Yeah.
because I think my family right now is really proud of what we did, and they were like, okay, maybe it was worth it that
Yeah.
you did all that for this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, and it's, I think that's great because it kind of speaks to the passion that you kind of have to have for it, right? Of, sometimes you're going to miss certain things, but it's the hard work and going back to your routine as well. It's hard work and routine, and then of course your family is very proud, obviously, as many families I'm sure would be watching you go on and do what you guys did, and just amazing wins and everything. And then I just have a couple questions for you, a couple more questions, I should say. As someone who has experienced a lot of great things in the game, could you kind of give a piece of advice to those who maybe would like to follow a similar path to you?
um, I'll say just always believe in yourself.
Hmm.
Hard work will pay off at the end. It's okay sometimes to be frustrated, to be uh, sad, to be mad, having wanted to just give everything up. But at the end, having this resilience of telling yourself, don't do it, it's going to pay off at the end. I think it's like a strength that you need to have because it's easy to just say, okay, I'll give up everything because it's not worth it. But I feel those kind of like moments when you have those thoughts, you need to be more strong and be like, okay, no, I really need to like focus on myself and work harder to be really where I want to be. And I think this is something that really helps me because sometimes, of course, it was hard and I was like, okay, it's not worth it. Like, I'm not gonna go anywhere. And then 3 years later, I have a call from Coach Alex that's like, hey, I'm doing a team. I want to
Yeah.
be part of it. Can you come to the training camps? And I think when I got that phone call, I was like, okay, so all those moments of like weakness and putting myself up again and be like, okay, I need to work harder, finally paid off at the end.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay to have those moments of weakness, but you just need to be stronger and be like, no, I really need to like focus and I really need to work harder. And at the end, my hard work gonna pay off.
Yeah.
And you won't see it right away. It
Mm.
might take some times, but you're never doing this for nothing.
That's awesome. And then one final one for you, as is tradition here on Maple Footy. What is something that you like our listeners, Canadian futsal fans, to kind of know about you? Whether it be, your passion for the sport, you're going to be hardworking, just anything you'd like any of the listeners or fans to know about you.
About myself,
Yes, yes.
um, my God, that's a really good one.
Yeah. Thank you.
um, I think everyone is really surprised when I told them that my full-time job is being a chef in a kitchen.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
because nobody really expected like athletes or whatever to be
Yeah.
in like this kind of like environment.
Yeah.
And I think everyone is always surprised because they're like, you don't seem like someone who
Yeah.
can like work there. I think this is something that surprised them. And I think the other thing that I can think of it's that nobody really knows and are always surprised is when I say I'm the youngest one of a family of 4 kids.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Being the youngest, you have to, I'm the middle and my brother is the youngest and he always says that that's a bit different for him. So I could definitely hear you on the
It's
youngest
kind of
side.
hard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard.
That's awesome. But Léa, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this today. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to talk to you, and especially with someone of your CV and the hard work that you've put in on the field, off the field, just everything you've done. It's been absolutely just amazing to kind of get to research it and see everything that you guys have done. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on and all the best with what's next for you guys.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Of course, anytime. So that does wrap up our interview with Léa Palacio-Tellier. Thank you so much to her for doing that. I really do appreciate her putting aside the time for doing that. Very cool because it was our first ever futsal player and our first ever women's athlete on the podcast. Hoping that it won't be the last of either. maybe some more futsalers and women athletes can follow here onto the Maple Footy podcast. Would love to make that happen. But yeah, big time thank you to her once again. And thank you to you for listening to this, watching this, wherever you did so. If you are watching this on YouTube, we of course have a playlist of all of our interviews. If you enjoyed this one, I would highly recommend checking out our other interviews as well. There's a playlist that I will kind of prompt at the end of this video. If you're listening to this on other podcasting platforms, there is no way to, make that an easier process for you to find them. I would say to just come over to YouTube and watch or listen from there. It's a bit easier to locate, I would say. But outside of that, thank you so much. I do appreciate you sticking around this whole time. And until next time, cheers, everyone.
And that was your Maple Footy podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Check my socials for any and all future updates. Remember to support Canadian football, be kind, and until next time, live, laugh, little.